Probably the hardest would just be thinking of new instruments and then switching to them like in short amount of time, and then just getting ready, like switching through parts and songs and stuff like that, because it's a lot of work just to remember the song, and if you're singing, to remember the lines and play at the same time.
Waiting for other people, or don't make other people wait for you. Well, it's like there's a lot of confusion when it comes to which part you're playing, which part someone else is playing, what you're actually doing. Just because in a studio, they can do whatever they want. In a live performance, you have to choose what you want in it, what you don't, and you have to talk to your bandmates about that. So that's just the hardest part for me.
Yeah, the hardest part is probably communication and figuring everything out, making sure everything's on point. And then you also have to hold up what you're in charge for.
Again, responsibility is really hard, but if people are on different levels, it's really frustrating for you if you want to. It's really frustrating if you're worse than everybody else and they're like, or if you're better than anybody else because you're way faster and you learn a song one day and they're still on it that month.
The hardest part of playing with a band is choosing what to play sometimes. If you have a designated band leader who kind of gives you everything that you need to work on, then it's relatively simple. You just want to make sure that everyone hits their mark. But if there is no designated leader and you're all deciding and throwing in ideas, that can get confusing really quick. And trying to sort everything out and get everything on the same wavelength is probably the hardest thing about playing with a band.
Keeping together, not losing pace, like I said before.
Cooperation, even though it's like really fun when you get that done. But cooperation is definitely the hardest part because there's so much, you have to be on the same page, and your other bandmates have to know what you're doing so that they can be like doing the same thing but on a different instrument.
Timed hits, like when hits have to be really like short and like timed really perfectly, and it's on a weird beat, and it takes forever to get that down. And there will always be one person, or two, maybe the whole band, that messes up. And it will take so long.
I think probably the hardest part of being in a band is that like everybody plays different instruments. So like if I play piano, like not everyone has the easy piano part like I do, right? So like if you get an easy part and everybody else has like a super complicated part, it's really hard to like not lose patience and just like you know that they're having trouble, but you just want to play and you're just like, oh my gosh. So it's really hard to like, it's hard to have patience.
On the other side, you don't really want to be like the one person that's holding everyone back.
Being frustrated at yourself.
Yeah.
So,
when you can't just, there's something you just can't get, something like that. Like, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, working hard at a part and still not quite getting it. It's just, it's frustrating, but eventually you will get it. You just have to keep doing it until it's drilled into your head. So keep at it.
So we had a lot of different opinions with this one. In general, if you're trying to get 3 to 6 people to act as one, it's going to be hard. One thing is just to try to keep perspective on this. We saw that some people said it's really hard being patient when other people are making mistakes. Other people said it's really scary trying to like move forward when I feel like I'm letting everybody else down. And that's you can be in both of those situations. It's not like one person is always one of those things or the other. you can go back and forth between those two situations. So it's just remembering to try to understand other people and both do your best and be patient with other people when they're doing their best, but things still don't work out, because that happens, So with this one, we might cover some topics like, a lot of people keep talking about unison hits and stuff like that. I'd really like to do something along those lines later, but take a look down in the description down below. If there's no links there, please feel free to leave a comment, and hopefully we'll get some really cool videos going down the line. So see you next video.